Hi, I'm Cierra. I go to the Bainbridge campus. My life before Jesus was, I would say, chaotic and anxiety-filled. I always said I believed in God, whatever that meant. I don't think I really actually knew what that meant. I just felt like if I did enough good, if I was a nice enough human, that I would get to go to heaven. And that was kind of the end of it. I took on the weight of everything. So whether that was, managing my whole home, caring for my kids. I didn't like to ask for help, and I hardly ever did. People would say, like, wow, you're such a fun mom. You really do it all. But on the inside, I was screaming. I tried counseling. I tried medication. Nothing ever really fixed what was going on in my heart. So it was obvious that something was missing. How I met Jesus and how I thought I was going to meet him were two very different. Watching my husband's transformation was quick. It was life-altering for him, and it was beautiful. So I just thought that's how it had to be for me. I thought it had to be totally life-changing and life-altering on an instant at the drop of a hat. And it wasn't. I started to get involved in Kids Zone. I think they knew I was a teacher, so they're like, come help us. So that was, a little bit of a baby step. And then out of nowhere, I felt like I needed to reach out to the music team and, see what the process was for auditioning and getting involved in that capacity. And I remember my husband saying, what made you do that? Because that is totally not me. I don't put myself out there like that. And I was like, I have no idea, what made me do that. I know now, but I didn't know then. I started the growth process, started 101 with my mentor, Kathy, and it was in the middle of the first session that it hit me that that moment was already happening, that it really wasn't one big moment, it was a bunch of little moments that came together. And so for me, I met Jesus when I watched him change my husband's soul. I feel him when I see my children pray, when they sing worship songs loudly in the car and in the house, because they have no inhibitions, about what that might look like for other people watching them. I feel it when I worship on Thursday nights in rehearsal and Sunday mornings. And, I've seen Jesus at work in my life and in the lives of those around me. So again, it wasn't that one moment. It was just a bunch of little ones, and it was just the realization that he was there the whole time. All right, so life after Jesus was, is more manageable. It's still chaotic because I have 3 small children, but, I'm not doing things alone anymore. I feel like I walk beside my husband, and we, parent together. We do life together. I don't see my children as a burden anymore. They're a blessing. I don't find reasons to escape them. I try to find ways to bring them with me in all the spaces that I occupy. I'm just forever filled with gratitude that God didn't give up on me, and he just kept nudging me in those little steps forward. I've chosen my Aunt Heather, who's my mom's best friend, to baptize me. She's flying in from Tennessee, but she has been a guiding light, and she always, is planting seeds and trying to push all the people around her to a more Christ-centered life, even when we didn't realize it. Looking back, I knew exactly what she was doing, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I'd also like to thank my husband for just, paving the way and really leading our family in the best way possible. My name is Cierra, and I want to follow Jesus.